Yeah, I'm ready. What up, dudes? Kid Faye. Today I'm going to be talking about embarrassing moments. But before I start telling you my embarrassing moments, tell you how it all started. I was born and raised in Rhode Island. I had a good childhood then. I was living with my grandparents, so I was about since I was born basically, when I was born until I was 5 years old, I was living with them in Rhode Island. And my parents, mom and dad, they were living in Detroit for work. I'm at Rhode Island with my grandparents, living with them of course, and I had someone I grew up with, my cousin, Katie. Me and her, we were close. We did a lot of stuff here. We always hung out every day, every morning she would always come over. We would always compete with each other because we never liked losing to each other at all. We would always fight over the littlest things ever. Age, birthday, anything. When I was younger, we were playing basketball and I took the ball from her and I made her cry. Yes, I know you're telling me, why would you make a girl cry? Back then I was so mean to girls. Back then I was active. I was always going out. I was always playing with friends. But now I'm so stuck in the house. I be on my suit and tie shit. I don't know if that's a feeling, but well, back then I was always competitive with her. Now to the embarrassing parts. We had a boat in the parking lot. We both managed to get up in the boat. We were pretending to sing on the boat. And then she got off the boat, and then when I looked down, the boat was too high and I was so afraid to get off, I started crying. I couldn't get off the boat so I started crying. And the most embarrassing part was the boat was on land and it was in a parking lot, so I could have just jumped off, but I was always afraid of heights. Heights is not my thing. Another embarrassing moment. Every time I play a video game, if you guys play video games, I know a lot of people does, but if you guys play video games, there are points in the game where you always lose. When you lose over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, you end up throwing the remote on the ground or just turning off your game and just saying you quit or anything like that. When I was about 10, I was playing, I don't know, I think it was Mortal Kombat, I guess, and I've always lost to the boss. And after I lost to the boss, I just kept going over and over, but every time the boss kept beating me, kicking my ass, I started to cry. I've always cried to video games. My whole family knows when I cry because I always come out the room with wet eyes and every stuff like that. So, hold up, I'm gonna text the babe. I be on my suit and tie shit. I've always cried to games. Honestly, I hate crying to a game because it makes me look weak. Ever since I kept on crying to a games, I just stopped playing game. Tell me about your guys' embarrassing moments. If you aren't afraid, leave comments below. Peace out.